and welcome to Good Good Investing. I'm Rachel Grunn.
And I'm Andrea Cwik.
Thanks for coming back again and listening to us share all of the investing secrets about syndication and all sorts of asset classes within syndication. Good Good Investing is all about offering education opportunities and our education and opportunities to people that are looking to passively invest in commercial real estate.
Yeah. So we thought that this would be a good episode, one, to reflect back on our 1 year that we just celebrated. We could talk about maybe what our favorite podcast episode was. That'd be hard to choose, but we could.
It's hard to choose.
And then we could check in with each other, check in about our investments. And yeah, you can get to know us a little bit more, and always feel free to send in your questions and we'll be happy to answer them.
Yeah, I'd love to do an FAQ episode soon. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right into it. My favorite podcast episode, oh my gosh, this is going to sound so stupid, was probably the one with my mom, because I just felt like it was so inspiring, and it's the one I've gotten the most feedback on. Maybe because she's my mom, people have come to me and given me feedback about it, but it's like really inspired them, and like for them to actually hear from someone who did achieve financial freedom is super inspiring. So yeah, that was like episode 5 or 6 or something. So if you guys haven't listened to it, go back. It's called How to Retire in 5 Years with Kendra Brandon, and it was really inspiring for me.
That was a good one. I have so many, but I loved the one where we kind of just talked about us and our journey, so our listeners could get to know us.
It's still our most listened to episode ever is yours.
Stop.
No, it really is.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. No, it's 100% the most listened episode is the one about you.
That is funny. But I will tell you, one of my most favorite episodes has been our Enneagram podcast, which was actually on Tracy O'Malley's podcast.
Called Lead with the Enneagram.
Yes.
You guys should definitely listen to it.
I re-listened to it again because live it was hard to like capture everything I felt. But as I was listening back, there was like an onion and we were peeling back the layers, and I got to know you in such a better way, and then I feel like you got to know me in a better way, and it was just super interesting. And now I'm just like all about the Enneagram, and I want everyone to know what their Enneagram is, and I want to discover mine more, and I feel like
And your families.
yes, it's just unlocked a better potential to get to know people more.
Yeah, I loved it. That was a really good one. I mean, you kind of cheated. Oh, I guess you said the one with your introduction episode was good, because I was like, that wasn't really on our podcast, but it was really good. But I understand that your favorite one on our podcast is the one where we introduced ourselves, right?
Yes.
That's like episode 2 and 3, so you guys should go listen to it.
Yes. No, but I think if our listeners want to get to know us more, those 2, early podcasts on ours, but the Tracy O'Malley one, you're going to learn so much about us.
I'll link it. Yes. I'll link it below. So yeah, listen to it. Maybe too much. I mean,
was it TMI? Did you think it was TMI?
I think it was like, wow, Rachel sucks.
Stop! Wait, did you re-listen to it? Because that's not the way it came across.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking. No, I'm saying that. That's not how it was at all. But she does like read your mail. It's crazy. But anyway, that's a fantastic. Yeah, I should go back and listen to it. You all should go listen to it as well. That's fantastic feedback. I love that. So
is there a list, by the way, of all of the podcast episodes that we've been featured on? Is there a list?
Yes. If you go to our Instagram, we have a highlight called As Seen In, and they're all listed there.
Okay, leave it to Rachel to already have that checked off. I knew that if I asked you, we would have something.
And if you listen to the episode, you understand why I'm that way.
I love that. Okay, so it's all of them are in the highlights.
In the highlights, there's a highlights called As Seen In, ... And it's a little TV, and you click on it, it has everything from inception to now. All the stuff we've been featured in.
Even that horse one that we didn't know that we were, the horse one that I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. Steed Capital, I think it's called.
That one.
Yeah.
Which we didn't I don't know.
Everything's there.
Okay.
Everything's there. If I've posted about it, it's in our highlights, including like articles we've been in, TV shows, not just podcast as well.
Love.
And also, like, if you go to the As Seen, and what's so cool about that is you're looking at, like, story archives. So you can even click the links and still, like, listen from the links in the stories.
Thank you, Rachel, for doing that.
You're welcome. So, yeah, what have we been up to? Oh, my gosh. Okay, so I'll start first. The beginning of 2023 for me has been insane. I feel like last year was, like, multifamily, which is great. All of our assets are doing fine. But this past 6 months has changed my life. Like, I really feel like that. Like, we have diversified so far outside of multifamily in a really exciting way. We're doing triple net, we're doing vineyards, we're doing other things I can't talk about that are super exciting.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow, like, this is the future. Like, it's so exciting.
And we're still working on our book.
Yes.
We've been working on our book so hard in 2023. Oh my goodness.
But you know what? I'm actually kind of glad that it's been a little bit delayed because I feel like we've learned so much more than when we decided to start writing it. Like
100%.
I feel like we're going to bring so much more stuff to it that we didn't know whenever we were like, let's write a book.
Yes.
So I'm actually super stoked that we didn't just like pump it out really fast because we would have left out a lot of good stuff.
Yes, agreed. And I don't know, the timing just feels like it's been perfect where we had, worked on it a lot, but then there was a pause and now we've learned so much. We can go back and include it. And then who knows how much we're going to learn, more this year. My goodness.
I mean, honestly, like it's exciting.
It's
so exciting.
Yeah.
So, do you have the similar experience? Like the past 6 months have been like just so transformative as well for your investing journey?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm glad I'm super diversified because, some investments have not resulted in the way that we expected them to. With the volatility of the interest rates, a lot of our multifamily has stopped their cash flow. And so I know that it's still kind of collecting on the back end. And it doesn't dilute like how much I think we're going to get whenever we sell. But, it kind of was an expectation to get some cash flow. But now I know of assets that are more risk resilient, like Triple N, that if we're looking for cash flow specifically, we could go, heavier into that investment. So I think just like more knowledge, more accumulation of knowledge. The vineyards was huge. Like that was just mind blowing that we even were able to offer that. So the knowledge of new opportunities, it's always evolving, having conversations with the right people, building stronger friendships with people that know more than us has been huge. And can I just tell you that is just a boost of confidence personally. I feel also with our podcast, even from the start of 2023, I've grown exponentially in building up my confidence and speaking in front of others and getting hopefully better on our own podcast too to make it more interesting. But there's just like this evolution of self-development and getting,
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, just getting better as a person, hopefully in our business, what we're putting out there to our listeners, but just growth in ourselves too.
Yeah. And I'll also say like relationships are the pinnacle of everything. Like of our entire growth this past year is all relationship based.
Yeah.
It's not like luck. It's not anything like, it's all relationships. And like there are some things I've invested in the past 6 months as a limited partner, not as the general partner, that I would have never known about had it not been for relationships. And it is like those investments are going to change my life. I know it. There's 2 of them and they're going to change my life. And I would have never known about that if it wasn't for relationships. And that's why it's so important. Like if you're listening to this, like don't just listen, like get in touch. We are accessible. We're not just 2 voices on your car speaker or in your headphones that are just talking about investing and you're just getting knowledge. Like we are opening up our sphere to you. All of our connections that we've made, we are opening up to you. Do you know how hard it is to do that? Like we didn't have GoodGood Investing when we started.
Yeah. And
we had to fight our way into those circles.
Exactly. And spend hours and hours of time educating ourselves hours and hours to building those relationships, right? Because building relationship is not showing up at a networking event and saying hi, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not enough. You need to actually invest dollars to be part of inner circles. And you need to spend time with people if you want to build a relationship with them. And even with each other, I mean, the conversations that we have and the goals that we go after together is something that, I probably couldn't have done on my own either,
Yeah.
right? Or, vice versa. And so I think relationships are huge. They can transform your life and they can transform your wallet too.
Yeah, exactly. But again, we can help you with that, Just get in touch with us if you're interested in expanding your portfolio, learning about new opportunities. Like that's all that we did. We're limited partners as well and plenty of deals with other syndicators also. And it's all because of relationship. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So, guys, get in touch. We just wanted to do a quick check-in to tell you how the past year has been going, and there have been some hiccups along the way, but we're really positive about kind of how this will all come to a head, and we still think we're going to make tons of money, even in multifamily, even with the interest rate environment. So, but there's also a lot of very exciting stuff we're working on as well, which we'd love to share.
And let's check in personally too, because can you talk about it?
Yeah, I can talk about it. It's fine. I don't care.
I think that it's so exciting.
So I dabble in acting and modeling and all that fun stuff. So I am in a movie, and I'm so excited about it. I am. So my personal Instagram kind of chronicles that stuff. That's Rachel Finninger is my personal Instagram, but yeah, so I'm spent some time in Vegas last week shooting part of the film in the outdoors. It's a climbing movie, and then we're shooting a big chunk in July for 2 weeks, and I'm so excited about it. I can't wait for it to come out. So we'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, I'm the lead in this climbing film.
And pinch me that I'm partnered with
Oh my gosh.
movie star.
Please, 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 please. You're too kind. There is actually things that I learned about the film, about who's been cast in it, which I'll tell you offline, which is so exciting as well. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. Anything going on personally in your life that you want to share? Any huge updates?
Gosh, what huge updates. Well, I guess, yes. I am starting a personal real estate investing coaching business where I'm helping people that don't know anything about real estate and want to get into Airbnbs or long-term holds, and I'm helping educate them and creating a small community, in-person community, or virtual community around investing. And we're super diversified in our investments as a family, and so hoping to add knowledge and provide knowledge, and of course bring those potential investors into GoodGood as well. So
yeah, that's awesome. Are we going to be able to link that in the show notes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Send me that link.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in for our very important updates on our life personally and professionally. You know where to find us, goodgoodinvesting.com. Please get in touch with us. We'd love to share our circle with you. And you can do that at goodgoodinvesting.com. Well, until next week, don't invest good.
Invest twice as good. Bye.